Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review on The Ink Black Heart by Robert Galbraith. The Ink Black Heart is book 6 in the Cormoran Strike series by Robert Galbraith. After the creators of a popular cartoon are found stabbed at Highgate Cemetery, Strike and Robin are drawn into the toxic world of the internet and fandom culture. Dear freaking God, you guys, I loved this installment in the Strike series. Hell yes. Seriously, my mind was blown. I don't know what it is about these books, but despite the humongous nature of these books, the fact that they go to 1,000 freaking pages, for whatever reason, I just have not had any issues with the length of these books. I'm the type of person that if something starts kind of going past like 600 pages, I start having a bit of a rough time. And I can kind of find things to nitpick and be like, hey, this needs to be edited out in some manner. But yeah, I don't know what it is about the Strike books. The longer they are, the more happy and engaged I am in whatever the particular narrative is. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, because I think there's a lot of people who would beg to differ that these books are just way too long. But just like this book in particular, it is just so intricate, and there's just so many fine little details and so many bonkers and insane topsy-turvy things that kind of happen in this book that it's like it needs all 1,000 pages. So getting into some more specifics with the plot, what is happening in this particular installment, Strike and Robin investigate the stabbing of two creators of a very popular cartoon that initially started on YouTube but is like moving over into Netflix territory. And yeah, in this world, this cartoon is fictional and it's called The Ink Black Heart, and it is incredibly popular, and just about everybody in London knows about it and talks about it and is theorizing and wanting certain things. And yeah, like I said, it started as a cartoon on YouTube initially. And it's moving into Netflix, and so people have a lot to say about that. And yeah, as I said already, Strike and Robin, they find out that the creators of this cartoon have been stabbed at Highgate Cemetery. One of the creators has died, but the other one has been severely injured to the point that they're paralyzed and can't even speak for the moment. So what we also find out quickly in this narrative, the two creators of this fictional cartoon in this universe, the two creators have been stalked and harassed on the internet by this anonymous figure simply known as Anami. I think that's how it's pronounced. That's how I was kind of pronouncing it in my head. Anami, kind of like anonymous. Though in this book they kind of explain what the word Anami actually means, because it doesn't mean anonymous like you might be thinking. So yeah, this mysterious figure, only known as Anonymity, has been harassing the creators of this cartoon for years, and they have some things to say, and they are very pissed off about certain things that have been going on within the fandom. This person, Anami, they think they have the say of what should be happening in this fandom, who should be speaking to who has the right opinions, who has the incorrect opinions, you know, it's that kind of thing. So what this book is essentially boiling down to, if you can't tell already, it's exploring the rather toxic nature of the internet. And if you are a modern individual, you most likely spend a hell of a lot of time on the internet. This book is looking at things like private chat rooms and Twitter accounts and profiles, like Tumblr pops up at some point, Reddit pops up. A lot of text messages are kind of gone through. So yeah, this book is definitely exploring the very toxic nature of the internet and the toxic world of fandom and the toxic world of celebrity culture and that very parasocial relationship that people can have with celebrities and with whatever their particular fandom is that they enjoy. Now, don't get me wrong, the internet can be a truly fantastic place. You know, you can engage with people from all over the world. You can engage with the things that you love in all sorts of different ways now that you never could have done like decades ago, you know? So there's a lot of really great things about the internet. But then you get into that dark side of the internet where people are not who they say they are. You know, you are never quite sure who exactly you are talking to at any given time on the internet. Just because someone says, "Hey, I'm a 30-year-old woman," are they really a 30-year-old woman? You know, or are they like a 50-year-old man? For all you know. So this book is definitely really diving into that. You know, the anonymous nature of the internet, and you really gotta protect yourself and your identity because people can use those things against you, as what definitely really happens in this book. So this book is definitely one huge, lengthy commentary on the dark side of the internet. And I guess, unfortunately, it doesn't really have anything nice to say about the internet. And yeah, once again, this is Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling, as we know. So I think some of that, of things that have been going on with J.K. Rowling in recent years, a lot of that is kind of bleeding through kind of her own personal opinions about the internet in some ways. And you're either going to kind of dig that or you're not. You know, you can kind of read into certain things how you want. But yeah, for me, I definitely found a lot of the action going on in this book, especially in terms of like the internet, and yeah, fandom and celebrity culture. I found a lot of stuff in here very highly, just insanely accurate. It was very scarily eerie how accurate some things are in here, because just like certain types of conversations going on between just truly disgusting individuals, like that's stuff I've seen like on Twitter or Reddit or Tumblr or something like that, you know. Yeah, a lot of the really despicable people that are presented in this book, like trolls, you know, trolls and trolling. It's like on the internet nowadays, it doesn't matter what your damn opinion is, you know, whether you have a good opinion, a bad opinion, or for crying out loud, even a neutral opinion on the internet. There is always going to be somebody who is going to troll you and tell you how wrong you are, you know? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, good, bad, neutral. There's always someone there, a troll, to attack you. So this book is definitely really highly into that. And I really loved the use of this fictional animated cartoon called The Ink Black Heart. It becomes this really wonderful vehicle for Strike and Robin to kind of dig into the internet and really kind of go to some places they've never had to in previous books. You know, in previous books in this series, they have always faced, you know, flesh and blood people. And they kind of can kind of dwindle things down in certain ways. But in this book, the person that they're trying to hunt down, this mysterious figure known as Anami, this figure is somebody they can't physically touch, you know? How do you track somebody who doesn't want to be found, who doesn't want to be discovered? They want to be purposely hidden and mysterious, you know? So yeah, that makes this book just so wonderful to enjoy and really guess and try to figure certain things out, because Strike and Robin are really outside of their element and they really have to think outside of the box for certain types of things. Robin especially, you know, the character of Robin, she has always been a very highly intelligent woman, but yeah, she really truly shows just how incredibly intelligent she is in this book and how much she can really think outside of the box, more so than Strike. Because Robin has to get creative and clever and try to think how she can infiltrate chat rooms. She has to figure out how to kind of create certain type of Twitter profiles and how she needs to kind of word her text messages. She, as Strike and Robin are trying to, narrow down suspects and how they're talking to suspects, and how to kind of lure out Anami and whatnot. Yeah, Robin definitely plays huge pivotal roles in this book as she's creating various different types of media profiles, and she has to kind of change her behavior in certain ways on these platforms, become someone she's actually not. She can't just run around being like, hey, my name's Robin and I'm a private detective, because no one's going to talk to her if she just comes right out and says exactly who she is. So she has to be all these various different people throughout this book, people that she is not, and she does it so wonderfully well, which truly impresses Strike on occasion, because Strike just doesn't have that capability to kind of be somebody else. He's always very much himself. And yes, speaking of Strike, I definitely enjoyed Strike in this particular installment. Even though he is our good guy protagonist, I like the fact that Strike he's very incredibly flawed. He's curmudgeonly. He's not really a people person. Once again, as happens in every single book, he has a brand new girlfriend in this installment, and he just doesn't treat her the way he should be treating her. He doesn't treat any of his women in any of these books the proper sort of way. Because I think he's so hung up on how he feels about Robin. He's so hung up on just his past and past mistakes and his own vulnerabilities and insecurities, that, he's never open and honest with any of these women. The only person he's pretty much open and honest with, for the most part, is Robin. So yeah, we definitely have some more sexual tension presented in this book, and I'm just waiting for the day that they finally get together, please. Something else that I in particular enjoyed about this book, the Strike books for the most part have a very identical structure. This book has some different structural formats, because since you are heading into the world of the internet, you're on places like Twitter or Tumblr or Reddit, or the use of text messages or the use of private chat rooms. The format of this book is definitely kind of done structurally different on occasion, as you are in those chat rooms, you are on those Twitter threads. That's how a lot of information is presented to you throughout this book, and I really love that different format going on, because sometimes it would be pretty lengthy. You'd be in a chat room and the chat room stuff would be going on for page after page after page after page, but it was always so good. So overall, I highly enjoyed this installment in the book. I'm a little worried now to move into whatever the next book is, because I'm worried I'm just not going to enjoy it as much as I did this one. Seriously, wow, I love this. Just such wonderful, unique twists and turns, things that were absolutely insane and bonkers, and I was literally guessing until the very end. I just, for the life of me, was never quite able to pin down who exactly the culprit was, who exactly Anami was. Which I guess is a good thing, because I didn't want to figure it out in advance. And yeah, this book in particular has not been adapted into the TV show version just yet. So I am very curious when this does finally get adapted into the TV show, because I'm very curious how they're going to adapt certain things about this book. Like I said, you spend pages sometimes like on Twitter threads or private chat rooms. So I'm curious how that's going to reflect in the show exactly. So yeah, either way, this book, An Insane Time, I definitely recommend it. If you have been loving and enjoying Strike thus far, you're most likely going to enjoy this. But yeah, if you've been very up and down with Strike, definitely read more reviews and kind of figure out for yourself if this is going to be the book for you. So you guys, that is it for my thoughts and feelings on The Ink Black Heart. In the comments below, have you guys read this latest installment in the Strike series? Let me know. Did you love it? Did you hate it? If you hated it, that's okay. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.